What's going on, my people? What's going on? It's your boy Monte Carlo. I definitely want to welcome you guys to the Big Picture IG Live podcast. And we just had a awesome guest, Miss Erica Kane. Make sure y'all go follow her. And we have our brother SNS representing Icy Gang tapping in with us straight out of Harlem World. St. Nick Projects is officially in the building. We are going to add him on to now so we can chop it up with him and see what's good. My brother,
What's going on, King? How are you?
salute.
Likewise, man. I appreciate you for having me.
How you feeling, man?
Oh man, life is good right now. I can't complain. God is good,
Okay,
man.
okay. Did you see the last artist that was on just now?
Yeah, I caught like the last just of it and stuff like that. I seen what y'all was talking about. Dope interview.
Yeah. Definitely hit her up, man. She has some good music, and that's what it's about right now. Us
Yeah, for
being able
sure.
to work together and just build, right?
Yeah, most definitely, most definitely.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So let's get right to it, man. SNS. What did you get that rap name SNS from? For the people who don't know who you are.
Yeah, well, I had to. Well, that was like my name off the out the porch. As soon as as soon as I started coming outside, because my father name is DJ SNS. So I was at first I was Lil SNS at the time, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just later on my pops made me drop the little as I got older and things like that as I got, so but yeah, I had no choice but to be that name. Everybody in the hood, that's what they was calling me, man.
To run with it. You had to run with it.
Yeah, for
That's what's up.
sure.
What's up? How long you been rapping?
Um I say professionally about I say about like about 8 years now. But I've been rapping since like I've been writing rap since like 12. I've been recording since like 16. You know what I'm saying? So like yeah. So I would say about I would say I would take it serious. I've been taking it serious since like 2011. I would say I was taking it serious.
Okay.
From 2011 to like right now. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Yeah, that's when I think that's when I started like doing a lot more serious platforms and things like that.
Mm-hmm. That's
Mm.
good. That's good. So let everybody know what was it like being raised in St. Nick, man.
I mean, well, I was right down the block from the actual projects. I'm on St. Nick Terrace and shit like that. So it was you know what I mean? We on the west side of Harlem, like everybody was outside. So we had love. It's like it's right there. We seen stars come through.
Mm-hmm.
Uh a lot of hustling, a lot of getting fly. You know what I mean? I would say the essence of Harlem.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? In a stamp, the best way to picture is like the I guess how you would see it on like Juice or the movie Juice or Pay the Full. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just my generation. A lot of hustling, a lot of getting fly, a lot of dope basketball games, a lot of treacherous things. But we saw a lot of great things that that was dope culturally.
Mm-hmm. All right, so for your generation, right? What do you get from movies like Paid in Full and Juice? What jewels do you get from that you
Well,
apply in your circle? Yeah.
Juice was shot in my hood, so what I'm saying,
Mm-hmm.
like majority of the movie and things like that. So, that's always inspiration, and I feel like like you get to see how it was like when we were young and we seeing that type of stuff going on before us, but then like now when we jump off the porch, it's kind of the same thing, just a little. I guess the name brands are different, and the people are different. It's new guys. You know what I'm saying? I pretty one thing about Harlem. I think like every era kind of resembles each other in some sense. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as Harlem, you can be popular for anything, right? Like you can be the most popular hustler, you can be the most popular basketball player, most popular chef, you can be popular just for getting fly. You can be
Yeah.
bad like the ladies, you could be like the baddest of the baddest that was out here that was
Mm-hmm.
popular. You could be rappers, DJs, everything in Harlem, you know what I'm saying? So I think that in Juice, you kind of see that with when Q was going to the DJs and seeing all the dope DJs compete, and then you got some of the gangsters that they know, like Blizzard or somebody that, you know what I mean, there's a Blizzard in every neighborhood in my era and before that, you know what I'm saying, and after, you know what I'm saying, even with the youngins right now, it's like it's all, they all resemble each other. You can definitely see some of the differences, but for the most part, like every era of Harlem I see kind of resembles itself in a way.
That's beautiful, man. It's beautiful that you was able to relate to those.
Nah, yeah, for sure. Of course, you know,
No?
it's not. Of course, we don't. It don't show a lot of. It's for people that think that Harlem in itself is just like flashy and happy-go-lucky. They think that it's just like that. Some people, you know what I'm saying, but you know, we go through a lot of trials and tribulations out there too, as you can see. Hence the movies. The movies just imitate the life. You know what I mean? It's just art imitating the life. So like Paid in Full, it's real things going out there. You see, Dapper Dan was really in the '80s. I think more now we have like young versions of Dapper Dan's now that's trying to do it like just like him now. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
even we got those. We got the Money Mentions out here. We got a bunch of those type of things. So it's like, you know, I look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? But we also, it's cultural. I feel like it's one of the most blackest places in New York City. Just blackest places over the world. Because if you just think of in Harlem, even past that, you got the Apollo, you got people like James Brown, Billie Holiday, Langston Hughes that have been through this. You know what I'm saying? Like
Malcolm
if you're
X.
just speaking of Harlem history in itself, you know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, I would say Georgia is one of those black places, you know what I'm saying?
Number
I feel
2.
like Harlem,
Respectfully.
respectfully. So I think Harlem is one of those places too, you know what I'm saying, where it's like culturally just black, you know what I mean?
That's good. That's good, man. It's good that you stepping on that, man. Let's talk about Harlem Horror 3. What's going on with that project?
Oh man, it's really 98% done. I'm waiting on a feature. I'm waiting on one feature, and then I'm a master. It's March, so I'm gonna have it mastered by this month, and then we'll go. We'll let the release date go at the end of the month. We looking sometime in April though, sometime next month. Right now we pushing this in. Go keep those doing this thing. So we got some heaters and we got some heaters in the tuck on this project though. Harlem Horror 3, for like a lot of the day one SNS fans know, like that's like my baby. That's like I don't make that project often. That's why it's only a part 3. And I've been doing this since like that was my first actual major project. I would say I had a project before that I started doing like large scale promo run, which was called Son of the Future. But like the way the bloggers were use the description on that project, I didn't like it. It was I remember it used to say like a New York artist with like a southern swag and shit like that, and I didn't like that shit, you know what I'm saying? Because at that time a lot of New York niggas was just trying to sound like the South, and granted I did have Southern records on there, but I did also have a different variety. So for Harlem Horror, I knew that was gonna always be like my first project name, but me and my father had came up with the Son of the Future thing to just put out first, you know what I'm saying? So Harlem Horror was something like I already was gearing up for. And then Harlem Horror 2 came out. Harlem Horror 1 came out 2013. Harlem Horror 2 came out 2016. 2016 was like a critical year for me because I felt like it was like a standstill year, and I think like certain people was trying to cast me out, but a lot of things was happening good for me too. But for the most part, I felt like people was trying to cast me out. But I think that was like one of the most personal projects that I put together. And then now that you know, I felt like I've been wanted to give them that, but I didn't think people was ready for that. Now Harlem Horror is ready to come out, and you know, I see certain people I see a lot of people getting ready for it. That's dope because I didn't me even talking about it, and I see the anticipation already. That shows me like, you know, people was tuning into the last ones, and people was like, I think that was like one of my most popular projects too, like for that people like identify with just my whole career. So
Okay.
three is gonna be fire, man. I ain't gonna lie. Three got so much
I'm
vibes
with you.
on there. It's crazy.
I'm with you. So how did you come up with that whole concept for the Coquito song?
I had one of the homies. He's a producer from CT. His name is Diddy Broker. He sent me that. He sent me that record, and those type of bops be like my little vibe. Anyway, I feel like that's like that Harlem sound of the era that I was coming up on. Like as
Okay.
far as like where some of that Mace, some of that Web Star, some of that Ron
Mm-hmm.
Brown, some of that
Mm-hmm.
Boogie Black. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Some of that bop. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Some of that bop to have everybody just feeling good and turning up and dancing and having fun and you know, it got the punch sample, so that was like super New York. And I'm on now. I used to I still do like I come up on a block that's on Amsterdam. So on Amsterdam, you know, it's black and Latinos there. So they gave me the nickname Freco Fino, the Latinos that I rock with close. I got close friends that's Latino over there. So
Mm-hmm.
they named me that. You know what I'm saying? So that was always my little alias, my little Latin alias, you know what I'm saying, for my
Mm-hmm.
Amsterdam, my
Got you.
Amsterdam side, you know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
when that came out, I knew I'm like, yo, I knew I was gonna have a fire record to it. I knew it was gonna be catchy, and I knew I wanted it to. I knew I wanted to call it Coquito because nobody even made a song really about the drink. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And the way it's going, it looked like I could make it like a all season drink instead of it just being like a Thanksgiving and Christmas drink type
Mm-hmm.
thing. So that's what it's looking like, and it pays homage to pun. Super
Yeah.
New York, you know what I mean? You know, it's some New York bop.
Yeah, not wrong with that, man. Duce and Coquito.
Oh yeah, that mix alone is a little wicked. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's a little wicked.
Okay,
I ain't gonna
okay.
front.
So
I ain't
so
gonna
what
front.
what was the what was the experience like in the process, like getting that song off the ground, getting it on 105.1 and getting it circulating? Because I see a lot of artists, they they think it costs $500,000 to get a song off the ground. They think it costs $250,000. Like what did you go? The song is hot, but what kind of footwork? What type of energy did you have to put into that?
I mean, to be honest, like, all right, so for artists that's coming up, period, like you got to put out a bunch of records. Like you got to be consistent anyway to catch a lot of these people's eyes and stuff like that. Like I'm gonna be honest, like I'm an independent artist, so what
Copy.
my money go to is vids, Stu. I pay for
Okay.
ads on YouTube. I pay
Got you.
for like, you know what I'm saying? I pay for like I sponsor the joint on YouTube. As far as like, you know, when they like when the commercial come up, it's the video, stuff
Okay.
like that. Like I do things like that to raise my fan base up. Plus I
Mm-hmm.
always got a great relationship with DJs. That's something I always tell the artists to make sure they have, you know what I'm saying? Because they gonna spread the word a lot
Mm-hmm.
faster than you just tagging everybody on your social medias and things like that. So me
Mm-hmm.
always been consistent. I already got like a good relationship with a lot of these DJs. So with Coquito, I knew at the time, like, and right now, in New York, it's really like, drill is popping right now. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? The drill is popping right now in New York City. But with me, all the DJs know like when they need another type of vibe, because right now it's trendy. Drill is trendy right now. I
Mm-hmm.
do those too, but like, you know what I'm saying? But like this record, I knew it was going to separate me too. Like I had a record called Love Come Down that separated me from a lot of the artists at that time. So I knew at this time it gave the DJs a chance to be like, oh yeah, I could play this type of music and this, and it still be New York. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
you gotta hit the ground, hit the pavement,
Mm-hmm.
pull up on these DJs, and not just the radio DJs. You kind of gotta spread the word of mouth too. Like
Mm-hmm.
you got to kind of also build anticipation. Like I made little skits for the Coquito thing. Like
Peep
I
that.
got like, you know what I mean? I marketed. I got actual Coquito with the artwork on it. I got the
Mm-hmm.
Coquito weed with the artwork on it. Like
Mm-hmm.
shit like this and shit like that.
Let me
You
see.
feel me? So it's
Okay,
like
okay.
so
Enterprise.
so that I market. You know what I'm saying? I do my
Yeah.
own marketing. As far it's creative. If artists be thinking they got to spend a whole heap of money on something because they're not creative. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know how to be creative. Creativity. It's still going a lot. You independent, so it's still going to be expensive. You know what I'm saying? But it'll cut certain costs if you use your brain. Because if you use your brain, you'll think some of these things don't even cost a lot of money. Like me doing the whole little skit where I got the coquito in my hand and I'm dressing up like I'm Latino, like I'm looking like Jamie Foxx on one of his episodes when he Enrique and all that. That type of stuff is entertaining. It get people wanting to love the record. You know what I'm saying? So it's really marketing, bro. Promotion. I've always been good at that. As far as like for myself, I know how to build anticipation for my music. I think that's like a little talent in itself that I can gladly say that I have. So I think artists should do the same thing. Like it's like with they single with Coquito, I hit the ground running. I kept it in people's faces, and I still do. You know what I'm saying? In the video, I'm already creating the anticipation for the video. The trailer got everybody going crazy, and they don't even know the trailer. I'm saying this on here, but they don't even know. The trailer looked like it's damn near done, but at that time, I only shot for once, like I shot a few scenes, but for that one day and that one setting. It looks so fire that it's so creative that I could have let the whole video be there. But I shot scenes in front of Pun Mural. The video gonna be crazy, I promise. You know what I'm saying? So I'll create that anticipation. So that's really what the artist got to do. Plus, you can spend the money on sponsoring, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Playlisting, stuff you got, you know what I'm saying? But you don't gotta, it's like, if you got relationships will cut some of the cost out. So that's really it.
That's one thing our brother Lenny Barber said last week. It's all about building those relationships with those DJs, with the A&Rs, whomever.
Yeah, like artists think that the DJs don't matter right now, you know what I'm saying? But they do, they always will, because check it out like this. A prime example is when COVID hit in 2020 and the world had to stop, some artists had momentum and got crushed because they couldn't move around. But the DJs took it upon themselves to go live, do Zooms, all this stuff for their fan base, and they playing music. You put your record, you got the relationships with them, they would have kept, that's what they was doing. That's what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? To where like I made sure the DJs were still playing me while they on live, while they doing their own vibes. You know what I'm saying? I made sure that, so relationships go a lot with, especially the DJs and artists. The DJs started this shit, man.
Big facts. I know your pops, man. I know he schools you on a lot of the business part of the music industry, man. Because I know a lot of these, the young brothers coming up, they might not, have,
I mean, to be honest, I kind of did a lot of research myself, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to, because times be changing and eras change and things change. So you do learn, but I don't also want to learn from him because, it's different strokes for different folks. So you go seek information from just different people, and you take certain things that make the most sense to you that can apply to your career. You know what I'm saying? But certain things like marketing, certain things are just like it's no debating. You have to do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like TikTok is a big thing right now. You would want to, like, you know what I'm saying, take advantage of TikTok and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just, you know what I mean? You want to do that, but you also, the information is there. It's there. So I go looking for all the, you know what I'm saying, all that information. I watch the interviews of not just the rappers. I watch the interviews of the A&Rs and, you know what I'm saying, stuff, people like that, you know what I'm saying? And of course my pops tell me too, but like, again, even if you don't have that type of outlet, because he don't always show me everything. I kind of give him some news for the most part too. Like, so it's, it's an each one teach one thing, but
how to expand his audience.
Yeah, and we got two different audiences as well. But I also look at some of the people that come from his era, because they are like, some of these guys are still like gatekeepers in this thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yes, they are.
So you still want to like a Leor is still outside. You know what I'm saying? Kevin Lowe's still outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, so Sylvia Rome is still signing artists and things like that. So it's people like, you know what I mean? That's still, they still them big dogs in this right here. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely still want to get the game from them. And because, you know, it's so crazy that sometimes some of the stuff that they did before, people, because time is changing, they be thinking some of that stuff won't work now. Like, I'll be like a Bad Boy Street Team. If everybody's familiar with that type of level of promotion, that shit is still work right now. Niggas
guerrilla marketing.
That type of promotion, like with the Bad Boy Street Team type of promotion, you look larger than life. You know what I'm saying? People, artists like the Baby was doing that in Charlotte. Like, I couldn't, when I went to CIAA, I couldn't stop and not see him. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah. So, you know, that's why you wanna take bits and pieces from you, because a lot of the stuff right now that is the youth is kind of making some of these rules, and sometimes that be like the blind leading the blind. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So because they don't even want to look. Some of them don't even want to look for the research of certain things and things like that. They going off of just, some of them don't even know, like, nigga, every era is a set of new young niggas.
Loving that, man. I'm loving that. Give us a vision of the Icy Gang.
Icy Gang, it's a regular label. We got me. It's kind of like the Dips, to be honest. It's like me and my partner, Rich Ice. I would be like Cam, he'd be like Jim Jones.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? My man Fly Tile, who fresh home, he's like Freaky Zeke. You know what I'm saying? But then we got producers. You know what I'm saying? We got my producer Joey. We got a few producers as well. We got a few artists that we pushing. My guy Fly the Mayor, Bino B, AI. So we got dope artists too. You know what I'm saying? So, and they all from different spots. Like AI's from the Bronx, Bino B from upstate. But my man Merk is from CT. So it's like we got these different vibes. You know what I'm saying? My producer from Harlem, Joey V's from Harlem. I got a producer named Young Crip Got Hits. He's from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? You know that shit. Okay. So it's like my man White's Free Whites. He's serving time right now. We know we looking forward for him to come home. But that's the Icy Gang Records. You know what I'm saying? Like a bunch of dope artists and a bunch of dope producers, bunch of dope talent coming out of New York City.
I'm loving that, man. I'm loving that. So the Soul Harlem freestyle, it gives us another side of your flow. You know, like you said something earlier about the success of the Love Goes Down and Love Comes Down, and you know the different type of music you do. So are we gonna get that on your next project? Like
I try, of course. I try to give because I got my fans is like polarized, and I got fans that like me for different shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I got fans that love me for just bars. You know what I'm saying? They love me when I just go crazy lyrically. And then I got fans that love me when I'm giving them vibes, them club bangers. You know what I'm saying? Then I got fans who love me flipping the flows and shit like that. So getting on them trap beats and getting on them on some of them drill beats and shit like that, fucking with them flows. Then I got people that love me doing records for the ladies too. So it's like I love to give everybody a favorite SNS record. I love the debate of two different supporters saying, "Yo, this is my favorite." And they're like, "Word, this is my favorite." I like when he do shit like this. This is my type of vibe. You know what I'm saying? That's my plan, to give everybody a favorite SNS record. I feel like in New York, we lack artists like that. It's not that many. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of artists in New York is like dope, but they one trick ponies. Like they have like, they either rap really good but can't really make songs like that. Then you got artists that could like give you dope catchy records, but they not skilled lyrically. They can't go on Flex, they can't go on Sway, and they can't do stuff like that. So, but you know, the rappers I look up to, like Hov, 50 Fab, Kiss Cam, my goats, they could do that. They can give you the hits, and they dope at rapping. You know what I'm saying?
I'm loving it.
I'll be able to. Cause I want to get on the trap beat, smoke you. you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
then get on this hip hop record, smoke you, then you know what I'm saying, that's the type of vibe I'm into. You know what I'm saying? I don't be having no problem. Like, I don't be looking at myself as adapting because I'm nice, respectfully, humbly speaking. But I know how to rap, so I don't be looking at it like, yo, this is what's going on right now. I gotta try to figure out how to do this. Like, if the beat fire, I'm gonna get on it. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna be fire. Like, I have all different pockets, different flows. I got my own set, my own ad lib. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got, like, I would like to say I got the total package, and it's not a lot of artists in New York that's like that. And some could, but because certain things be working, they don't care to try to be like that versatile. They try to stick with one thing, which is dope. I don't mind, because some people are very dope at doing what they do. I just know I can do a lot of different shit. Like, I make records. I even got records where niggas can't even sag their pants to. You got to damn near wear slacks and shoes. Really, you got really two steps to this. Like, you know what I'm saying? I got records in the tuck where it's like, I got some Bob Marley type of shit. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I'm on, because I listen to all types of shit. I don't just listen to rap. You know what I'm saying? I'm hip hop royalty in itself, but I don't just listen to rap. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I listen to all sorts of shit, and I love old school music. When I mean old school music, I'm talking about like Shaka Khan, Ain't Nobody, Elisa Myers, I Want to Thank You, Evelyn Champagne, King Love Come Down. You know what I'm saying? I found love in, you know what I mean? I love those type of, because in Harlem, in the summertime, cookouts, they playing these.
You know it.
So like, I had no choice but to love these records, because these are the, when it's Wagner Day, or it's Forster Day, or stuff like that. In Harlem, all generations be outside amongst each other in certain events. Like in Parade, you got people from my pop's age, from before him, that was outside with Rich Porter and these niggas. Then you got niggas around my pop's age, around Case Lanham age. Then you got niggas around my age. You got niggas like all sorts. All generations be around each other, fly, listening to all sorts of music. Or, you know what I'm saying? So like, you have like, that's where I even came up with Love Come Down in the beginning, because I'm hearing it outside. You know what I mean? That's my type of vibe. So I love to give everybody everything, because when I'm on, I'm gonna be the one that's collabing with niggas. Like, I collab with a nigga like ESTG, then collab with Future, then collab with motherfucking John Legend, then collab with Miguel, then collab with Post Malone, then collab with Gucci Mane, then collab with Fabio Foreign, then collab with Benny the Butcher, then collab with J. Cole. I'm that type of nigga. You feel me?
I got you. I got you,
like,
bro.
With New York need that though. New York need that type of rapper. You feel me? And that type of artist when that could. Because I'm trying to be on that level where the Drake, J. Cole, and Kendricks is at. You feel me? And if a New York rapper get up there, it's up. It's lit for us as a whole city. That check off all boxes.
Yeah.
Drop the album that got hits, but then go tear up LA Leakers and go tear up Flex, and then that freestyles is going viral and shit like that. Shit like that. You feel me?
I'm with you. So what was there the Flex freestyle you did? Was there like any nervousness going in the building, or was that a walk in the park? Was that just a walk through?
Lie. I wasn't nervous at all. I was, because I was ready for it. To be honest, I was ready for it. I was supposed to do it back in 20. Shout out to Fleet DJs, man, for sure. Y'all definitely hold me down. Shout out to all. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I got love for my DJs, man. Not all level DJs from A to Z. Not just radio DJs. I love club DJs, online radio DJs, mixtape DJs, all sorts of DJs. But yeah, with Flex, I was ready for that. I was ready for that, because I felt like that was owed to me. Since around the time I dropped Harlem 1, I was supposed to go up there. I ain't gonna say what happened, why I couldn't. Somebody ain't want me to go up there in time at that time. They feel like I wasn't ready. So I already had that chip on my shoulder when I got there. And I ain't even tell my pops until I finished. Feel me? I called him after and FaceTimed him after and put him on the phone with Flex. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? So I was ready for that. I was ready. And I knew, like, I'm like, all right, I just did I just did Wildin' Out, like maybe like 2 months. I did a few months before that, but I knew it was airing in September. Once I found out it was airing in September, I told Flex, like, yo, Wildin' Out airing on this date right here, I gotta come up there. He like, I bet. He said, I bet on he like, I'm gonna let you know what date. I'm like, all right, cool. He think I was gonna stop right there. I seen his ass in Brooklyn and Milk River and ran down again. And, you know what I'm saying? I seen him in Poughkeepsie first, then seen him in Brooklyn. He didn't even know. He like, what you doing in Poughkeepsie? I was performing. He didn't even know. You know what I'm saying? So ran that. So my persistence, you know what I'm saying? I was persistent with him, and I was on him, and he gave it to me. And I went crazy. I had to, for the sake of New York, for the sake of
it counts. All right,
hell
cool.
Yeah, that's a dream come true. That's like one of them check about you seen the famous Hove freestyles, the famous Locks freestyles, you know what I mean? The famous Lloyd Banks joints.
Yeah.
I had to.
Okay. So listen, man, we're gonna wrap this interview up, right? And I have a segment, right? It's called Big Picture Give and Go. All right.
Okay.
So these are quick questions I'm gonna ask you. Who are you giving up to go with? So you gotta choose one.
All
right, we're gonna rock. Nike or Adidas?
I'm going with Nike.
Heard.
Wait. Yeezy at Adidas. I'm going with Adidas.
Respectfully.
Gotta go with
that. You heard? It's a new age. It's a new era now.
Yeah, I'm going with Yeah, I'm going with yeah. Nike, you should have kept my man over there.
You should have.
Should have kept my man over there. I'm going to Adidas.
All right. Neil Long or Sanaa Lathan?
Neil Long, hands down.
That
was my childhood crush. Like, I love him.
Pac or Big?
Biggie.
Hove or Nas?
Hove. That's my idol right there. Hove.
Okay. Mace or Cam?
Killer. I love Mace though. I love Mace. I'm trying to be a mixture of both. You feel me? Mace was nice and it had the bops. But Cam was nice, had the bops, and gave you the movement. The icy game I'm trying to give niggas that movement too, that set them trends. That's why but I gotta go with Cam because Cam gave me everything, all that. You feel me? Like if Harlem World would have been as big as Dipset, we could have revisited this conversation. But it is what it is. I gotta go with my nigga Killer.
Okay. And last question: if you had 24 hours to make $2 million, who you rolling with, Tyreek or Franklin?
I'm going with motherfucking Franklin because Tyreek is a rat just like his punk ass daddy.
Heard you. My man, you already know what it is. So listen, man, let everybody know where they can find your music and all of that, bro.
Hey, man, on all streaming platforms, just type in SNS. You know what I'm saying? Go stream that Coquito record up. Go stream that other record, Dripping Up. That shit is over 100,000 views. Love Come Down is going back viral again out of nowhere. Shout outs to Filet. He got that shit going back viral again. So that shit already had the video had 1 million views. So I guess I can keep watching that. I might fuck around and just do a remix now that shit viral again. Go and follow me on Instagram, man. SNS_Icy Gang. And stay tuned. I got a lot more coming, man. Love me now before they all love me.
Appreciate you, King. All right?
All right. God bless, man.
I holla at you, bro.
All right.